Hello, my friends. I'm going to be conducting a big experiment today. I'm using up the leftovers from the cloud pour I did the other day. You may have seen this video already, but I actually just did it yesterday. It's not quite dry, but it's drying nicely. So I have those paints left over, and I mixed up some more. And I'm going to pour over an old pour of mine. I'm almost embarrassed to show you this. I like the colors, but composition is terrible. This was done about a year ago, and I actually had it on my website, and the video did pretty well, but my Dutch pour style has changed so much. I know I keep showing you this one for various reasons, but I mean, look at the difference there. Same recipe, but different hair dryer. So it's really, consistency is key to success, but also I find the dryers are very different. This was done with a big old one that I actually used on my hair, and this is a travel dryer. So, but I have experienced a lot more since I was doing this one. So I'm going to pour over this. Now it's already been varnished, so the experimentation comes in that. I don't usually like to pour over previous pours because I found oftentimes they crack, but I think if you use the same medium, you have less problems. So this was just Floetrol and glue, not glue, Floetrol and water, as is the mix for here, the cloud pour. So I should be okay, but this one had actually been varnished. So that will be interesting. I did give it a light spray of a matte spray. You can't tell, it still looks kind of shiny, but it's given it a little bit of tooth. So it was varnished, and now a matte spray, and now I'm going to pour over it and see what happens. Because I have several of these older pieces that they're nice canvas, good size, but they're not selling, so I'm going to pour over them if this is successful. So I took my least favorite of them. So here we go. Oops. Leftovers, and really all I mixed was one new color, a primary cyan. I've got Payne's gray left over. These were the colors I scraped up from the table. This was a new one. This is, I wanted a metallic in there, Venetian Blue, that beautiful, beautiful blue from Masters Touch. No, Modern Masters. I mixed up some more cloud pour, and the rest are just more leftovers. So, let's get to it. Where to begin? I'll start with the one that I'll start with Payne's gray, because I do like a dark center, and what comes out last ends up being in the center. Probably going to need at least 2 of these cups full. Hopefully I have enough made for that. You can fast forward if you'd like through this part. I don't know how to speed up just part of my video, so I can't help you there. I wish I could, but I'll try not to say anything interesting during this part. This is such a pretty color, this pistachio. I want to get every bit of it. Now this is the Viridian, which is a very, very strong color, but I'm going to go ahead and use it up. since I have so many other colors, maybe I'll come back to it a little bit. This is a lilac, very pretty next to it, I think. Oh, I need to add some cloud mix. Forgot. I put the full recipe down below, but I will mention, because some people asked on the last one, I think I mentioned it during the video, but they may have missed that part. I didn't add any other white to this. This is just satin enamel, Deco satin enamel with Floetrol and water. I just wanted to really try to simplify things by doing it that way. These were the table scrapings. Made a pretty kind of a teal blue with a bit of shimmer. Yeah, I love using leftovers, and I figured it was safe to use them on a canvas I've already used, and I've been curious about pouring over varnished, so that is the true experiment of this today. I combined a couple of yellows with some gold. I don't think this was just laying around, but I know it was Floetrol in there. Feels good to use up these leftovers. What have I got left? Maybe some more cloud pour. Pour from up high to kind of blend it in. That's about it for those. I'm just going to add to this cup the rest of what I have left. Or maybe, yeah, why not? Okay, that. And the Viridian. And some white, why not? I've got more of that. Have some in every one of the cups. Woo. Okay, how exciting. It's already starting to cloud up a little bit. I'll pour it in that order. I'll put that oddball one in between. I'm just going to keep pouring in the same spot. Here we go. Kind of a straight pour, ring pour. Look at that Viridian. It's so pretty in there. Oh, and I love the dark. That Payne's gray. Okay, now I'm going to pour this one, same spot. The true test will be to see how this dries, because it might look one way after I finish with composition, and it might dry on here poorly. So I'll let you know. I'll save this video and show you the dried result at the end, if it was successful. Or you won't see it at all if it wasn't. But if you're watching now, that means it was. I don't love that yellow in there. I'm watching Outlander again, kind of. I have it on while I paint, and enjoying that. Wanted to review it before the new season comes out next month. Excited about that. I'm in season 5, which I actually never saw, so it's all new to me. It's quite exciting. Okay. Oop. Okay. I think that should be enough paint to cover the surface. It's clouding up nicely. With the torch here. I think I did add a lot more satin enamel to this one than the other one. However, that one was small, only 10-inch canvas. This is quite a bit bigger, but that's looking real good. Okay. Here we go. I like to tilt it in all different directions, not just corner, 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 to get a nice amount of movement. Okay, now I'm going to go get full coverage and then look at the overall composition and make any necessary changes. Don't mind losing that yellow, don't care for that. So let's run that off. I love this dark. Now I want to maintain that, so let's go down here. Bring it back. I was almost going to try a 24 by 24 canvas. I had it handy and standing by, but I thought I should try this recipe one more time before I commit to something really big. So that's what I'm doing. I'd like to keep some of that dark if I could. Okay, it's all covered. Now let's see what's good and what needs work. Okay, well, I'm very much liking this area, the center. This is kind of pretty. This is not working for me, so I'm gonna sacrifice that, make that go away, and then try to, this is a bit too stretched out, so I'm gonna get rid of that and then squish that together. That's the plan anyway. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, I'm bringing the weight of the paint back towards the center. And then over this way. Okay. I think I was a little skimpy on the paint. I'd had maybe 3 full cups instead of the 2.5. I wouldn't have had to stretch quite so much as that. But I don't know that I wanted to disturb it further. I'm not that bothered by it. Okay, let me let this rest for a while. I will come back after about 15 minutes and we'll see what it looks like, and then I'll let it dry and show you the dried results. Okay, my friends, I'll be back in 15. Okay, well, it's been about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it's continued to cloud up, sell up a bit more, and some of it is very pretty. I'm not unhappy with it. Let me bring you in for a closer look at some of these areas. And as often happens, little creatures show up. Look at down here, it looks to me like a cockatiel, minus the beak. Kind of funny. The Viridian green gave a beautiful effect down here. Kind of looks like malachite to me. I love the center with the Payne's gray and the Venetian blue. Really pretty in there. And the yellow I was hoping was more gold, but I tilted most of it off. But it kind of gave a warm cast to some of those areas, so I'm not unhappy with it. And there's a bit of it in the center. Okay, I like it. I'm most anxious to have it dry and see if it will dry well over the varnished piece. And if so, I will be pouring over some others. So, thank you for joining me, my friends. I will tack on the dried result at the end. Bye now. Well, my friends, here is the dried result. And I'm pleased to report that I see no problems with it as far as any cracking or lifting, peeling, anything goes. I detect no problems whatsoever, so I'm really thrilled about that. Not so much the painting or the composition, although it's not bad. In fact, I think I prefer it in this orientation or this one. But what I'm happy about is that I have discovered that I can pour over a varnished painting by applying a light coat of a matte finish. I can't recall if I used either this Krylon 1311 or a Grumbacher product, matte finish over the shiny varnish, and that way it gives it a little bit of tooth, something for the paint to stick to. So I'm very happy because I have several of my earlier attempts at maybe Dutch pours and whatnot on quality canvases, but I'm just not happy with them, and this way I can reuse the canvas successfully. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.